The forecast for today had called for clear skies. I guess sometimes the storms of life come unexpectedly. Welcome to Heartache to Healing, the stories behind the poems. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Heartache to Healing, the stories behind the poems, the unexpected revelation. This is my second video, and it was to be called Casey. However, that's now going to be my third video. This video won't contain a poem, because sometimes the storms in life come unexpectedly. Goodbye, My Angel, and most of my poems and songs were born from empathy and reflection. But there's a difference between writing about grief and standing face to face with someone else's raw emotional pain. I realized this after learning that someone I was working with just lost her son, and standing there watching her continue to work while carrying unimaginable grief changed something inside of me. It made me realize that my channel, and perhaps even I, weren't prepared to simply be present with someone experiencing that kind of pain. Shamefully, my first instinct, however, is to withdraw. Not because I don't care, but because I'm afraid I won't know what to say or say the wrong thing. I found myself wondering, how does someone keep going after losing a child or any life-altering loss? And then it seemed to me that perhaps there were three things that could help a person cope. The first thing I came up with was faith, which can act as an anchor. It doesn't necessarily remove the storm, but it can help keep a person from drifting into hopelessness. Then there's family and friends, the lifeline. The people who hold you up when you no longer have the strength to tread water. And then there's time, the tide. It doesn't ease the loss, but over time it softens grief's sharpest edges. We often point to these as sources of healing, yet even they cannot erase grief. They don't remove the wound, they teach us how to carry it. It's also important to remember that sometimes healing comes in inches, not miles. And sometimes they're almost too small to see. Healing doesn't always feel like moving forward. Sometimes it simply means finding the strength to take one more step. If you're walking through grief today, I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I do believe this: healing is possible. Not all at once, and not without tears, but one step at a time. My hope is that these stories and the poems they inspire will remind you that you're not alone. Until next time, please don't give up hope, and please don't isolate yourself. There are those willing to walk beside you. Thank you for spending these few moments with me. My hope is that these stories remind you we're never alone, even when life hurts. Until next time, may you find peace, hope, and healing.